Hey, good morning, Grand Bay Middle School. I wanted to have a very serious conversation with you this morning, and so if you notice a somber tone, it's because what I'm going to be talking about is very serious and very important. I'm not sure how many of our students watch the news. If you've watched the news as of late, you've seen that there's several incidents, 3 to be exact, of threats made against school campuses. And these threats concern students posting on social media about things that they intend to do on school campuses, something to the effect of using weapons and shooting students and things of this nature. In all 3 of those instances, arrests have been made. They always identify who it is that makes these threats. These threats overwhelmingly tend to come from male students. And I'm not trying to pick on male students, but that's the nature of the threats, and that tends to be the case. It tends to be students who aren't dealing very well with anger. It tends to be students who feel they're being bullied, and that may or may not be the case. And what I can tell you is this: in either case, whether there is a bullying situation or not, I can assure you those students had an opportunity to talk to a counselor. They had an opportunity to talk to an administrator, a favorite teacher. There's always the opportunity to talk with an adult to help you sort out your problems. That's what we're here for. We care about every single student on this campus. Every single student on this campus. It doesn't matter whether you think you're a bad student. It doesn't matter if you're a straight A student. It doesn't matter if you have some special circumstance or challenge or anything that you're dealing with, something that you feel separates you from the pack. It doesn't matter what your situation is. You are somebody that matters to us. You're somebody who can come and talk to somebody. Anybody can talk to me, Ms. Bond, Mr. Peterson, about problems you're having. What I can tell you is the worst way to deal with it is to make these threats. And I think the confusion lies in students who feel they need to gain power. It's a power situation. They want to feel powerful. And so they'll say things that they may or may not mean. They may or may not have the capacity to carry out. But they say it in a moment of anger. And what I can tell you is there's no power in it for you making those kinds of statements. There's no power to be had in it. What it's going to do is it's going to strip you of your power. In every single instance, as I said, the Mobile County Sheriff's Office, their electronic forensics team, is always able to identify the person who made the initial threat. It doesn't matter who copied and pasted it. It doesn't matter whose cell phone it came from. They're always able to make an arrest. And when I tell you they make an arrest, they're not taking you to Strickland Youth Center because it's a terroristic threat. They're taking you to Metro. They're taking you to Big Boy Jail. Okay? It's not a game. I can assure you it's not a game. I can tell you this too. Your principal, me, Mr. Butler, I'm somebody who does the training, the ALICE training, which you guys are getting ready to learn about for the entire figure pattern. All right, the ALICE initiative is something that you guys are getting ready to deal with. I'm headed to Bryant High School this morning at 10:30 to gain more knowledge from things that they're doing. We have a great collaborative effort with the ALICE initiative with Bryant High School. We know what we're doing. We know how we respond in these situations. I say all that to say this. If you're somebody who's having trouble, if you feel like you're being threatened or picked on and you're looking for something to vent your anger, come vent it to me. I'm going to listen. I'm not going to beat you up over it. I'm not going to ridicule you about it. I don't feel like anybody should feel like an outsider or feel like they're not cared for on this campus. You come talk to an adult about it. That's how men handle their anger. That's how men handle conflict. They talk about it. They work through it. And that's what I expect of you. I know we joke and play around a lot on this campus. If you can't tell, this is not something I play about. I know we like to joke and keep things light at Grand Bay Middle School. We're always going to do that. I'm not joking about this. There's no win in it for you if you're going to make a threat such as been made at Causey, such as been made at Theodore High School or Clark Shaw. We're not playing about it. And so just as I sit here and say we care about you, I care about every student on this campus, and I'm not going to let anything happen to them. Nobody is. We have former military on this campus. We have teachers that are former police officers. We have teachers that are experts in martial arts. This is not something you want to play with, I assure you. So we're going to do everything we can to protect and care for every student on this campus. And my parting remark is this. Every single one of you matters, and every single one of you is going to be safe and have a good experience, learning experience here at Grand Bay Middle School. Don't forget what I said about coming and talking to an adult. We're here to help you. We're going to help you. That said, I hope everybody has a great day. You guys can look forward to getting this ALICE training. It's going to be sooner rather than later. We're probably going to push it out as early as next week. Teachers have already had the ALICE training. Teachers, I'm going to be depending on you to help me enact very realistic and very helpful scenarios and conversations in your classroom. Teachers, you'll be receiving information about how to go about doing that. All right, if anybody has any questions, students, teachers, parents, or otherwise, come talk to us. Okay, pick up the phone and we'll tell you what's getting ready to happen, but we're going to take every precaution. I'm not somebody who's going to over-exaggerate what the threat is. There's really a very small chance of these sorts of things happening on school campuses. I think the media blows it out of proportion. That said, we're always going to take the necessary precautions, just as we would with tornado and inclement weather, just as we would with fire drills, etc. We take it seriously. It won't be for lack of preparation, I assure you of that. I hope everybody has a great day. If you're having issues this morning, make a plan to come by and talk to a counselor or administrator at some point today. Do it sooner rather than later, okay? We want everybody to have a good day. Thank you.
I love you, you love me. We're best friends like friends should be. With a great big you love me. We're best friends like friends should be. With a great big hug and a kiss.
Hey, good morning, Grand Bay Middle School. I wanted to have a very serious conversation